I just wanted to do a little video explaining the basics for this e-collar that I generally use on almost every dog that comes in from my training programs. It's the Mini Educator 300. It is a half a mile range. It is fully waterproof, and the basics to turn it on and off I'm going to go over real quick so that you have an idea what you're doing before your dog leaves here. In your box is a charger. It's one charger that plugs into the little box that comes with it. This all comes with it. On the end of here is a double port. One of these charger pieces go into the back of your remote, the handheld part, and the other part will go into the e-collar that the dog is wearing in the back of that. So there's a little rubber piece that comes out on both parts. Make sure when you're finished charging it, you push that all the way in. Like I said, the collar is waterproof. However, if water gets inside of it, it's not good for it. So both of those have a cover that pops out, and then make sure you press it all the way in good so that it's fully waterproof. And next, when you have the e-collar in your hand, you're going to see a button on the right hand side of it. I usually cover that with tape for people. I use a black electrical tape so it never leaves it sticky, but I do not ever use that button. It's a vibrate button. The dogs will get used to that and blow it off. So I never train with the vibrate button. The buttons that you are going to use are the red one and the black one, and I go over each individual dog on what the levels and stuff like that. That varies too much to make a video on one dog. It's not like a one dog all thing. So it's going to be dependent on your dog, what level it is. To turn the unit on and off, the big round button in the back, you have to press and hold that button until it comes on. Then once it's on, you should see a blinking 1D at the top. 1D just simply means one dog. They do make these for more than one dog, but we're just using one dog. And then right now you have an M on the left and a C on the right. Generally with most dogs, some dogs are a little different, but usually I use the C button. So to change that is the small round button in the back. I want to get rid of the M. So you press that button until it makes a beep sound and you can see that it changes it. I'm going to press it again. Now it's just the C. You only generally want to see the C there, unless I tell you something different with your dog. But it's going to be a number there and the letter C, and that is correct setting. Sometimes I'll cover this with tape so it doesn't accidentally get bumped. It depends on the situation. But to change the levels is the dial on the top. Some dogs work at 8. Some dogs working level is 15. So it greatly varies. So each individual dog is different is what I was trying to tell you. To lock your level in, if you like where it's at with your dog, you can lock in that level. So to do that, you simply hold this down. Once that red light turned off and the 1D stops flashing, then you have it locked in. So I can turn it all I want to. If I accidentally bump it, it's not going to matter because you have it locked in. To unlock it, it's the same thing. Press. Once that red light goes off, the 1D is now blinking again and it's unlocked. On different things, I like to keep it unlocked sometimes, but then I'll just glance down and make sure it's on the right level. So the boost button is the red button. That can be programmed to any number higher than what is set on the screen. So if it's 5 on the screen, the factory settings are 5 higher if you press the red button. Sometimes I do change that, and I would go over that with each individual person. So I'm not going to really get into levels because it's such a big difference between each dog that I can't do that. So again, to lock it in, press and hold, unlock, press and hold. And the other thing I wanted to go over was to turn this part on. right now you can see that it's not blinking green. No blinking means it's not turned on. This needs to be turned on before it goes on the dog. So to turn this part on, you simply find the red. It's like a magnet that controls it inside of the unit. So this red dot here, you touch it to here, and now you see it's green and blinking. It blinks slow, but it does blink. That's it. Once that's done, you can put it on your dog. The tightness on the collar is a big factor in what level your dog is going to work on. So generally, I usually mark it here with a Sharpie so that you can see in case you accidentally undo this one. Because there is an easy clip that you don't have to keep adjusting it. But if you forget, it's going to be marked there too. If you forget and take it off the wrong way, you're going to have a mark that you can just use that same one so you know how tight the collar needs to go, because that tightness greatly affects the level that your dog is working on. And it also needs to be tight so that you get good connection, and it shouldn't be sliding all around. The positioning of this goes anywhere on the side of the dog's head, anywhere from the ear down to the throat. I don't put it under the throat like this. It's not comfortable. The other thing, you want to move this around every 3 hours because of, like, older people's skin, they can get pressure sores from it resting on it, and something is snug just pressed on the skin. So you want to undo it and move it around if your dog is wearing it more than 3 to 4 hours. So it is a very good brand, Ecollar. It's very reliable, but you want to make sure you're using it correct, which is going to be the lowest level that your dog is working on. And I will go over all of that before your dog leaves. So again, to shut this part off, that red dot controls it. I need to hold it there long enough that it stays red for a minute. If I do it too quickly, it's not going to turn it off. So then just double check to make sure that it's not blinking and you know that it's good to go. And you want to charge this unit about every 2 to 3 days, like your cell phone. Get in the habit of charging it. So it will turn red here if it starts to die, but then it goes from red to dead very quickly. So you want to make sure you keep it charged so you're ready to work your dog. That's about all I can think of right now with it. If you have any other questions, you can always reach out. But I hope this video helps to make you a little more comfortable prior to your dog leaving. Have a good day.